Yes, so Jay, I can see your message, Kyla and Christopher. And oh, Chris, that's wonderful, Chris. That's thank you very much for making it easy for me. So Chris is there, Jay, Kyla, Mitchell. So last names which I can see. Okay, so those who are just joining in maybe late or like not late right now, so they should also just put a chat message so that we know that okay, we have got okay. Right. So I just got another because my email is open since this is first like first day for myself at least. So I'm just trying to get the things going. One question because I just saw an email that some students said that they were unable to access O'Reilly account. So O'Reilly accounts are working for everyone now because I heard that there are okay, Mallory, yes, Yasmin, Manny, I can see your messages, and Zalika, Alexander, thank you very much. So, quick question: the O'Reilly accounts are all accessible with you guys? Good morning, Justin. And I heard that Ivan was having a problem. Maybe someone like if you guys can confirm that O'Reilly accounts are now working because they were not working previously, but now I think it's all fixed up and it's now okay. That's wonderful, Ashley. Thank you. Thank you very much. Those who have replied that it's working for them. Okay, right, good stuff. So we have started recording, as I said. Mm, uh, okay, so let's start our session for today. Another quick question. I sent a few messages yesterday and I have communicated few interesting things, few things yesterday. You can call it a classwork or something. I'll just show you that later on. I'm just setting this Teams up. Okay, so let me first of all show you a very important place. Right, so let me share my screen. All right, good stuff. Okay, right, so I'll start with something very, very important, and that is the GitHub repository where you will find everything. Were you guys able to see this GitHub repository? Like shared its link, and I have shared its link in our one of the channel that I'll show you right now. And you will find all the code, all the files and everything over here. For example, if you see, if I open up the front end development folder, you'll find that there is a file called daily work September 1, which is a file that I shared with you last night on daily work channel. Now I would like to show you that channel, by the way. And I hope you guys have seen that you have got in channels, you have got two these three channels. One of them is class meeting where we are right now. I hope you guys can see this Teams window. And then we have this daily work channel where I shared this and I got a one thumbs up from Angelica, and thank you very much for that thumbs up. So this was the file that I shared yesterday. So again, in essence, if you want to access all these files, you will know, be informed that this is the GitHub repository where you will find each and everything that we are doing from now onwards. So, okay, so I won't mind. I won't mind if someone can give a thumbs up or a message that yes, they're aware about this one, that they know that what is the place to go when they want something. Someone has unmuted themselves, which is creating a echoing. Can you guys make sure that you are muted? I think we are good now. So this is the, thank you very much. Some people have given thumbs up, so it means that they know. So first, best things first. This will be our place to go where you want, if you want to have a code, like that's the things that I'll be doing today. So I'll towards the end, I'll update them. And after update, you will find everything over here So be mindful that this is a very important area for you. And this is a daily work channel where I've just, of daily work folder. So you will get everything over here. But of course, this exists in my in my hard drive, and I'll show you where it exists, of course. And it exists in my Keen drive in my fall 2023. So this is my fall 2023 folder on my folder, which I will be maintaining over here. And of course, when I'll be doing the updates, like the committing the updates and everything, you will find everything over here. And in that way, best things first, as I said, that way you won't have to find where is the code of today's class and everything, because I will be working on these folders and you will be getting everything done on our GitHub repository. And it's a very important place, of course, to get the code, to get everything that we have done, right? So I would be happy to assist you if someone is unable to access this, and I would like you guys to just try and access this repository and see if you can have a look at all those things which are over here right now. What is there? You just go there, front end, we should have one folder and all those kind of things, and we'll just make the updates over there. All right, so so this is the start. Okay, let's start with a little quick my introduction as well. So my name is Noman Atiq, and I have been with Keen College since June 2021. June 2021, and I've had many semesters before you. Like there were lots of semesters. I think it's now around, you are the 5th one or the 6th one, whatever. So other than that, I'm located in Ontario, by the way, Waterloo, Kitchener-Waterloo, if you know about that. So I'm located here, as I think Annie is also located nearby my location. And so we both, rather your 3 of the faculty members are in right now in Ontario, because Suresh, I think you will have Suresh also this semester. So Suresh is also located. Anyhow, so, oh, Tina, that's wonderful to know. Kitchener is a nice place to live in. Anyhow, so thank you very much for letting me know. So so actually, what I have been taking this front end and programming in JavaScript course since as I said, last 2.5 years or so. So, but that just recently, before your semester, like you are the second term, like the second semester for that, the module or the structure of the course was changed, and now this course is much is a bit of advanced of what you guys have already discussed, studied, learned during semester 1. And during semester 1, you were with Maurice for the front end part, with Peter for the JavaScript part, and I really hope so I really hope that you enjoyed those little, not little, it was a course in its own. But let me remind you that that course was just a taste of what we are about to start during this semester, because previously it used to happen that introduction type, we had to take that introduction in the beginning of the semester, and it used to take maybe 5 to 6 weeks to just make up a ground. And then we were yes, exactly, so we were running short of time for some of the very advanced or very important concepts of React and things like that. So what we have done, of course, Peter, when he was head of our department, that he just recently resigned. He's not heading the department anymore. But anyhow, so actually, so Peter just introduced that one, and I think that was a very interesting decision, and that really changed the game, the way we have been doing that. So anyhow, so I've been taking this course, and this course has changed since over last semester. And I would rather say that though you are for the version 2.0, like we did last semester as well, but still it is under a lot of development, because I have been trying to add more and more useful things as we get time. So my pace will highly depend on the feedback that I get from you guys. That's the point of the day, that the feed, like, the pace and the things that we will be learning. Web development is so very interesting. You know that as Rebecca said, that super excited. Yes, it has to be. Um, yes, exactly. So Tina, I was about to say that not only the JavaScript. Today, what I'll do is that I'll just give you a quick glimpse or hints of what in HTML as well, what we have done. So basically, we will look into few of the things, Tina. Don't worry about that one. And I will give you an ample review of the things. For today, just keep in mind a very important announcement about today, because this JavaScript's Monday session that will be today at I think your time it's 1 p.m. So anyhow, because it's from my time it's 11:30. So Dr. Annie will be with you. So for today, Tina, just bear with us, and because last week I was not able to just conduct any class, but today there will be a little practice questions that are not of course graded, but they will be there just for testing, or like again for the same reasons, that how many of you are having difficulties in which parts or things. For the JavaScript I'm talking about, not right now front end. So today for session with Annie at 1 p.m. we will have certain practice questions which are not graded, which are just there for me to see that, of course, where do we stand in terms of JavaScript's basics, and how I have to plan out my lectures according to that one. So as Tina said, I think there are a few people who have liked the comment as well. So I can understand. So I would highly recommend that in the second session, when Annie is there, try to attempt as many questions as you can. I'm not saying that you will be able to complete everything. Of course, Annie will be there. Ask for help. If you need anything from me, just send an email, or I'll talk to you tomorrow when we'll have our JavaScript session. But that will give me a very good sense of how I have to just repeat the things, or I have to just review the things, and then we have to dive into some of the advanced concepts. So please rest assured, I won't be diving into advanced stuff unless I'm pretty sure that every one of you is basically ready to be dived in. It's not like that I'll just start throwing the contents. Rather, I always try to take ample feedback before we just move into the other one. But having said that, because it's a little we have a little time, little semester, so it would be rather much more helpful for me if you guys come up and you say that, okay, Naman, today's session I felt this issues, this. So that would really give me a good sense of sense of speed as well, and things as well. Otherwise, I might be, again, at times I might be very fast, at times I might be very slow. So I don't want to do anything of that kind. So I hope that all makes sense to you guys. So anyhow, so as I told you, so I've been taking this course for a long time, and what I'll be doing, and without wasting any more time, first of all, if I show you, I think you guys have seen the course outline, but I would like to show you that course outline yet again today, because just to give you a quick sense of what we will be doing. Let me just show you the course outline here, which is okay, which is not, yeah, it's there. I was thinking that it's not there. So I'll just share this. It's course outline and everything. I'll just share it with you guys. So here is that. Okay, so I'm just right now talking about the front end part, and I'll tell you the expectations that I have from you from Maurice's course, like Maurice's discussions, and then what we will be doing. I will be just explaining that to you. So this is our course outline, front end development. It used to be the first web development course previously, which is no more the case, but now right now it can be called as the advanced form of the front end development, or advanced of what you have learned from Maurice and things like. Okay, so Learning Path HTML5 Fundamentals 2015 by Rachel. So you can, or its book is available on O'Reilly, and you guys have accounts are also working over there. You can always take a help from them. Book is always a very good, a friend, a very good help. So this textbook, you can always have a look at that textbook whenever you need. So assessment, you know that we will have our QAPs, and regarding QAPs, let me tell you an interesting thing. We might not have QAPs separate. Yes, exactly. Jennifer, I'll do that. So for QAPs, just listen, because this is QAPs are mentioned in front end, QAPs are mentioned in JavaScript, but at times we will be having same QAP for both courses, because it would have a blend of front end as well as the JavaScript part, or at times they might be different. I'll just let you know if there is a QAP that's basically meant to be for both of the courses, and if there is a QAP that is meant only for one course, I'll just let you know. But anyhow, you know, the course, these two courses, they are somehow amalgamated, and your like, you know, your grade much more depends upon performance in both of them. So QAPs will be 50%. Then midterm sprint, which is the first sprint, sprint 1, it would be 25%, and the final sprint will be 25%, as I think you are familiar with these kind of things. Now, here is what is basically intended from this course. Aims to teach fundamental skills of developing website and web application using modern HTML. So it's modern HTML and CSS again. Fundamentals of the modern, like, you know, the advanced, more advanced concepts, because you have already learned basics of HTML. And again, I would be expecting that you guys know a little about those things, and I'll just repeat them today. So at the end of the course, you'll be able to use their skills to employ best practices for layout and styling, use modern approaches and technologies such as CSS grids, and there are lots of other stuff. Utilize critical skills necessary, approach a multitude of web interface design challenges using both plain HTML and React. And again, when we say React is not directly part of front end, but React is one of the software that will be part of our JavaScript course. But anyhow, since, as I said, these two courses are very much dependent on each other, this course will help you to learn the other one will help you to learn here, and you will see that there are lots of similarities in both of them. Okay, so develop HTML code for web pages using HTML5 content tags. You have done that mostly. Develop the HTML portion of website showcasing data using lists and tables. You have done a little about that, of course. Develop multimedia web using images, that you have also done. You know, there are lots of things that you have done, right? CSS for HTML project using both inline styling and linked style sheet. I hope you know about this one, inline styling and style sheets. Rather, what I'll do is that I'll try to fill in if there are some gaps in this one as well. Everything, if there are gaps, you will see that we'll be trying to fill in those gaps. So write CSS for a web page that uses position and display attributes as well as Flexbox and CSS grid. A very quick question here, that did you guys work in Flexbox or CSS grid models in your CSS part of the course, Introduction of Web Development? In CSS, did you ever hear about Flexbox or the CSS grid or something from Maurice? Like I'm talking about the first part, or the late, like, you know, the earlier part of the course. Did you guys hear about Flexbox or CSS grid? Any one of you? Again, not your personal one. Austin says yes. Okay, that's wonderful. So that's wonderful. If you have heard about Flexbox and CSS grid, you will really enjoy that, because I will be implementing that and, you know, using some of the advanced like concepts to make them more and more intuitive, make them more and more adaptive, make them more and more, you know, responsive. Anyhow, so write responsive CSS for a web page using media queries. Again, another question, if you guys can answer, media queries is something that clicks something on your mind. Media queries that we write in CSS for, again, the responsiveness of the websites. Did you guys hear this media queries word before? Have you worked in some of the media queries? I suppose that would also be something that would have come under the discussion, but we'll see that how responsiveness is basically optimized by using the media query. So I'll just talk about that one. So implement animations. We'll just talk about some of the animations in CSS that might, here is a very bad spelling. Modify HTML with mostly box layouts and no media queries yet. Okay. Mallory, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for your response. And I'll talk about these media queries a lot, you know, and they're wonderful thing, by the way. So modify HTML code to include both inline JavaScript and external. So again, as I told you, even though this is a front-end course, and it will also include a taste of JavaScript, because we'll be using JavaScript in HTML. As I said, our QAPs also will be, of the same. So we'll just, having a look at this JavaScript and everything. JavaScript for web page that modifies HTML elements. JavaScript and HTML code to execute JavaScript functions from HTML. Write HTML source code to make use of externally compiled React code file. So we'll take the HTML part over here, but you see that it is amalgamated with React code. It is amalgamated with JavaScript. So there are lots of fun stuff that we will be doing. And rather, in our very first week, when we'll start talking about some of the JavaScript thing, you will really enjoy that, because I will start talking about the communication of HTML with JavaScript. You have learned JavaScript, you have learned HTML. Now we'll see how to communicate between them, and I'll just explain that in a later detail. Okay, now let's talk about very quickly about this one, and I'll just go through these things very quickly, and then we'll talk about. So so today we'll be just looking into some of the important web development concepts that you must be familiar with. I don't know if you have heard about that or not. I'll just tell you today. We'll talk about in the this is the second week, by the way. So today we'll be just trying to cover up the week 1 and week 2 together. But of course, I'll just try to keep my speed in a way that is. So semantic elements, their importance and accessibility issues, audio and video elements embedding along with YouTube contents, adding to the web page. Review of CSS cascading style sheet concepts, different types of CSS, types of selector, their proper usage. Advanced topics in CSS like display algorithms, flexbox models, CSS grid, and basic animations in CSS. Review of JavaScript concepts, variables. And again, this might be one area which we will be this week we'll get an empty one. Why? Because this is something that we'll be doing in JavaScript. So again, we will have some ample breathing space over here. Don't worry about that one. But because this JavaScript concept, because this course has the JavaScript content here, so we have just introduced this. Otherwise, we will be covering this part over there. Yes, advanced topics of ES5, ES6. That's also something that I would love to talk about, arrow functions and things like that you will be using a lot. Classical object-oriented side of JavaScript like prototypal inheritance, which will be another advanced topic that might come here or might go into our JavaScript part. No worries about that, because again, as I said, it would be giving us a push over here for some other topics for that one. Classes and static members in ES5, ES6. We'll talk about classes. What are classes? This is one topic, DOM introduction, that has been introduced in the later part of the course, but I would really go with that one, in some starting part of the course. But anyhow, this is one of the topic that we'll be talking about. So evaluation criteria, participation in class discussion, completion of QAPs, midterm sprint 1, final sprint. So you'll have to just, attempt that one. So grades assigned are pass, that these grades are pass or something. At least 50% of the, learning outcome module. A pass outstanding, the course is achieved when the student achieves a pass outstanding in all modules. So if you have all the modules you have, covered, then you will be doing that. So this is overall our course. And again, let me tell you, it's quite a fun course, and I would like you to just keep your this will be real fun, and this course will be teaching you some of the things that you are gonna really enjoy. Okay, anyhow, so this is the course outline, and as Mallory said that they want to have this course outline. Of course you should, but I will do a little. Let's do that. And again, as I told you, we have got an area where we will be just doing all these kind of things, and I'll share it over there. Okay, it is not giving me the. Okay, this is course material and. Right. So let me just see if I can. Yeah, so what I'll do is that I'll upload this course outline over here, but for that I'll just go to my course material folder, and here I have this course outline front end. I'll just open it up in my system and I'll share it with you, right? Because someone was saying that they want to have that into there. So today again, as I said, we are trying to just have those things. So I am now share. I'll just do what I'll in fact do both of them. I'll copy them, and where I'm saving them again is fall 2023. Again, you will find that on the GitHub. So I'll just share and copy paste them over here. So both of them should come over here. So you got the course outline, and this will be our. Someone said that they want to have. Yes, so Jennifer, so it should be copied over there, and when I make a comment over there, they should be available on our there. Okay, now let's start talking about some of the interesting stuff. But before going into the stuff, I would like to start web development in a very, very different way. And I would like you guys to just, understand some of the basics of the things. For example, let's start keen.com. Okay, it will be copied ultimately. And so we have got this keen.com. When I write URL, I want to tell you something. Oh, course outline, etc. Okay. There is something wrong with that one. Let me see why it is not copying. There should be something copying missing, but anyhow. Okay, when I write a URL, okay, what I'll do, I'll just open up my folder, and which folder I'm opening up, I'll just show you. In my fall 2023, again, the same folder which you will find on GitHub. In front end, inside front end folder, I'm creating a new folder called lectures, right? So lectures and codes, by the way, I'll share everything. In lectures, I'm creating my folder, another new folder, and I'm calling it week 1 and 2, because we had week 1 missing, so I'll write week 1 and 2. Inside week 1 and 2, right, you can call it week 2, by the way. Don't if you want to just keep it simple, but I'll just make it week 1 and 2. So double click on that, and I'm working on this week 1 and 2 folder. I want to be very sure that everyone knows where we are doing what. And I'll show you a very interesting thing here, because once I'll make a commit. So I am inside week 1 and 2 folder, right? And in every week folder, mostly I would create a notes file most of the times, notes.txt, just for the notes of that particular day. If there will be something important, I'll be writing that over here. So welcome to front end. I can save. Okay. Right, so it's not giving me the GitHub thing. I'll just open up the folder that has GitHub repository open. I'll just show you what I just wanted to show you, because my GitHub repository is active on this fall 2023 folder. So I'll just open up that one. So again, you should understand that what is going on. This is my fall 2023 folder. Inside that, I have this front end. Inside that front end, I have created lectures, and in lectures, I have created a week 1 and 2, and inside that I have this notes. And why I have just opened up, because my GitHub repository is working over here. Now, if I show you my GitHub right now, again, I'm doing it because this is the first for interaction for us. So I want to be very. So right now, if you look at my GitHub things, you will see that I have just front end, and it has just one folder. If you look at that, daily work, and there is nothing else. So when I make a comment over here, because you see 3 changes. So if I say September 11_1, this is my first comment for today. So let me just commit and sync. And now if I show you my GitHub repository, and if I refresh that, I just want to show you that how we are going with the things. Here I have this front end. So you see that in the front end, I have got lectures, and inside that I have week 1 and 2, and this is my notes for today that have come over here. Makes sense, everyone? I hope everyone is with me that now whatever I will be working here, so it would be there, and I would find it everywhere that, like, you can find everything over there. So this is my, these are my, the folders, and these folders will be updated. And as I said, these updations are not only that, even you will get the course outlines over here as well. You see that 2 course outlines are here, the readme file is there, and then this lectures folder where I have this notes file, and you can open this notes file over here. So again, no fuss in finding the things. You should have this repository link, and you will find everything over there. Okay, so welcome to front end, and I want to talk about some of the important aspects today. The first thing that I want to talk about is URL. I hope you guys know it's called Uniform Resource Locator. Uniform Resource Locator. And usually a URL is like that: https://www.keen.com. Let's talk about this one. Right? So URL, because I want to talk about how actually web works. How web actually works. What is this HTTPS? What is this www? What is this key in? What is this .com? What is this which you might have never seen? 443. What is something called question mark? Name equal to Alan. Yes, you're right, Christopher. I want to talk about that in very much detail. So you see that this is one URL. This might be something new for you, but I'll talk about that as well. And I want to talk just, I want to just, tear apart this URL to let you know what is going on. What is this HTTPS? So first of all, as someone said, yes, HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. S is for secure. You are right? S is for secure. So HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Why in the world I need, first up, why in the world I need a protocol? What is protocol? My first big question is, what is protocol? So a protocol, if you see Hypertext Transfer Protocol, you would have heard lots of protocols over there. What is a protocol? A protocol is a way of communication on web or World Wide Web, www, World Wide Web. Now here comes a big question. Do you think that internet, right, the internet I'm talking about, the internet and World Wide Web, are they same or different? Internet, the internet that we are talking about, through which I'm connecting to you, I'm talking to you, you are listening to me, the internet and World Wide Web, www. Can I have a quick answer from someone? Are they same or they're different? If, like, can I use one over the other? I say World Wide Web or I say the internet. Anyone can someone tell me that is, oh, that's wonderful, different. How come they are different? Like, and the other. So the internet is actually network of networks, giant network of networks is right. While as World Wide Web is what? Exactly. It's just like a virtual directory. It's just like a stuff on internet. So World Wide Web is a way to access resources by using internet. Everyone agrees to that, and I see very nice definitions of that one. Yes, so www is a way to access resources. www is less like a, just like a virtual directory on the internet, or virtual directory there, which if we want to access some resource, it has some resources, and if you want to access those resources, we access that resource by going into www. You guys know about that. That's wonderful. Now, actually, what www uses different protocols for this communication. Does that make sense? It uses different protocols. Now, HTTP being one of them. Have you guys heard about TCP/IP? TCP/IP, and one of them is HTTP or HTTPS, both of them. And there are FTP. Have you guys heard about these protocol names? If you not, don't worry about that. I'll be telling you some of them. We are mostly concerned with HTTPS. So HTTPS is one of the secure, yes, exactly, secure protocol that web uses to access things on internet. So you see that first thing that it mentions is HTTPS. Exactly. Yes. So now you see here, I want to tell you something very interesting here. Some real stuff. If I open my command prompt, that might be terminal for you because you will be on your MacBook. So if I open the command prompt, why I need this secure protocol? This is a big question right now. Why I need that? I need this secure protocol because if I use a command trace rt google.com, have you guys used this trace rt command? If not, you can use it right now. And since you are on Mac, if you are on Mac, you will use trace route, the complete trace route word. Now I'm tracing the route between my machine and google.com. How much is basically hops, or how many systems are coming in between myself and then google.com, and I'm ultimately reaching to google.com after how many hops? Matthew, thank you. Matthew, you say that you have used this trace route or trace rt command. You can use, again, as I said, if you are on Mac, you will use trace route completely. And here is the trace complete trace over here. It says the first hop for me was mynetwork.home. It is my home address. It's my home net IP address. And by the way, I am expecting you guys know what our IP address is. The address through which a resource is recognized on internet. 192.168.2.1. Funny syntax, but you can tear it apart. This is 4 octets which have different numbers in them, and that's like a phone number, 226.123.456.7.8. So it's like a phone number that recognizes. It's called IP address of every resource. Anyhow, so it starts from mynetwork.home, then it reaches to something called 10.11.9.22.25. I don't know what is that. Then at one point my request got failed. At one point I reached to GL phone 22 something Bell network because I'm using Bell internet. So I reached to some of the Bell server. From there I reached to some Toronto servers, bundle Ethernet something. I reached there. Then I reached to this Toronto XN etc. server. Then I reached to this one. Then I reached to this one. Then I, what is the summary here? I can, from making my request of google.com till getting the google.com, do you see how many machines are in between? Now my big question, can I trust all these machines in my way? No, we never trust them. Some of the machines maybe can eavesdrop my information. I might be sending my credit card information. I might be sending some useful, and this machine, for example, they have the hackers, they have someone, they will just eavesdrop my information and they will just, maybe use that for some bad purposes, and who knows? Are you guys getting that one? So to secure our communication, or end-to-end communications, I should write, to secure end-to-end communication, World Wide Web uses HTTPS part of it, right? HTTPS, secure protocol. Make sense, everyone? That really gives me a quick sense of why in the URL HTTPS is used. Why? because a protocol is a way through which www interacts, and the protocol, the secure protocol, is there just so that no one can eavesdrop, or if someone even gets my information in between, it's meaningless for them. They are unable to do anything. Okay, after that, in the URL, we have this www. We have talked about that, World Wide Web. And then we have keen.com. Do you know, as someone said, this is basically domain name. And what is this domain name? It's actually a mapping of some IP address to the human understandable names. Again, you see google.com, it gives that google.com might have this IP address. And I can say there is a command called ping. If I say 142.251.33.174, ping is again just to check whether system is alive or not. It says yes, the system is alive. It gets a response. Pinging is that. So, you know, think about a world where you had to remember these numbers rather than the google.com. So, you know, domain naming system or mapping is there, which maps human understandable names with IP addresses. And IP addresses are what? X dot X dot X dot X, you know, just for understanding, this X dot, 1 octet, 2 octet, 3 octet, 4 octets. There are 4 octets. Right? So ping is one command that is basically to check that. One another thing, that keen.com, what address does keen has? For that we have a command nslookup. nslookup. If I write google.com, for example, nslookup google.com. So it says that google.com right now, what URL what IP address it is giving? It is giving, this is also the IP address, but it is in a different format. For those who are familiar, for those who are not, just don't worry. But those who are familiar, IPv6, it is called V6 version 6. This is called IPv4. If you don't know, don't worry. It's not that of importance, but you should know that the addresses in this kind of form where F, B, 0, etc. is coming, they are called IPv6, the advanced version of the addressing, while this one is the traditional one and it is called IPv4. Anyhow, it says that google.com is basically at this location. I can say nslookup keen.com. I need the address of keen.com. It says that, for example, the keen.com resides at 20.220.65.20. Are you guys name server, like, you know, look up, we are just trying to find out. So this is basically this keen.com, right? So keen.com is basically a domain name which maps to an IP address, and there are servers that take care of it. Make sense, everyone? What is this :443, which we never see? It is called port number. Port number. It's exactly the same concept as we have in our real world. You know, we have bus ports, airports, and, you know, ship ports, etc., where there is a specific area, the gate number from where people will go out. For example, C9 is your gate to just go out. A2 is the gate. So A2 is the port number, the gate number where from you will be just boarding onto ship, boarding onto plane, boarding onto bus, whatever. So port number is like that. So every website, they carry a port number with them. And there are 65,532, like, you know, some roughly, approximately something like this, approximately 65,532 ports on machine. Now, very important thing that is very important for you. If the communication is happening HTTP, not S, not the secure one. HTTP communication happens at 80 port, which is a default, and HTTPS happens at 443 port. These are the two reserved ports, and there are some other reserved ports as well. But usually you will see, not you will see. Did you guys see that when you were using the live server and you used to test your application? If you remember, you used to see something like this, 127.0.0.1 / for example, you know, index.html : 5500 or 3000. Can anyone please confirm? Did you guys see something like this? There was a port number used to come when you were running, because I'm expecting that you have run your all websites by using the live server. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. So you remember that was the port number. So what is the importance of port number? That's a $1 million question here. You know about the port numbers. So port numbers, just remember 80 is specifically allocated to HTTP. And I would like to show you that in action. It's not something that just remains there. So you see google.com. Oh, sorry. You see google.com. Now, google.com is a HTTPS. So, you know, if I write 443 over here, 443, the port number, browsers are intelligent. They don't look for the number, even they just ignore them and they know that, okay, I understand that the port number is there. You know what I mean? But here is the problem. If I write by mistake here 80, port number 80, for example, and I hit enter. Did you guys understand what has happened? It says you are trying to make secure communication over 80 port, which is not possible. Did you guys get the concept? Because I changed the port number and Google is not accessing. Why? Because it says that it's a secure communication. It should definitely happen at 443. You are using the wrong port number. If you are using the wrong port number, I won't offer you google.com. Can I have a response from some of you? Are you guys understanding what's going on, this port number? And I'll tell you what is the importance of this port number later on. So 443, if I write any other number, for example, 80, I don't get google.com. Why? Because now together, the protocol, which is HTTPS right now, plus domain name or domain plus port number, they combinedly to make something called origin. If you have heard this term, origin-based security, actually on internet, we usually open all the websites, but you know, this origin is basically there, like how browser understands that whether the document that I have to open is a trusted one or not. Did you guys know that you'd have seen some websites, the protocol does not allow you to open those. It says the protocol is not followed. It's difficult. It's a typically a danger to open the website. And there are lots of other stuff. Have you guys seen that? So actually origin is something that is the combination of protocol, the HTTP or HTTPS, the domain name and the port. And these three combined together to make, you know, I can just call it bluntly that to secure communications. So actually the origin, when browser looks at origin, it understands that this is an authenticated document, authenticated website or not. Did you guys get the concept? I hope you guys get the concept of this one, because I'm about to tell you something very, very interesting over here. Now, if you are using, like, you know, in Mac, of course, it's already there. If it is not there, I'm using a command over here. Let me just show you. Okay, just exit out. So I'm just open command prompt again. So can you guys try one command with me? Curl -- Can you write this one, curl space -- version, and see if you get something? Can you guys write that in the terminal or command prompt? Because I want to show you something very, very interesting, how actually web works, how it actually works. When you write curl -- version in your terminal, what are you looking at? Can someone type, like, you know, maybe tell me that they are getting a curl version over here, or they are getting an error that it says curl is not a recognized command or something like that? Okay, curl. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now let me tell you a very interesting fact what I'm about to do. Let's go to a Wikipedia website, and I want to tell you here a very important concept of wikipedia.org. Let's see this one. This is a Wikipedia site. And if you look at that, this Wikipedia site has this address, https://www.wikipedia.org. Make sense, everyone? I'm running a command. I want to show you something. And here I'll make you understand HTTP response codes, which are very important. Anyhow, so you write here curl and dash include space HTTP, no S, no www, just wikipedia.org. So I have intentionally left out the S and left out the www. And I want to tell you how web echo frameworks work. Curl dash include HTTP, no S, colon, / wikipedia.org. Make sense, everyone? Hit enter. Hit enter. Do you see the same as mine? HTTP 1.1 301 moved permanently, content length, location, blah, 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 blah. Wonderful. Matthew says that they say the same. Now here comes a very important concept. I am trying to access HTTP wikipedia.org and I get this response. This is called response headers. They are very, very important because in this course, we will be working on response headers. Response headers tell us a lot of interesting stories, which we ignore in our browser. Oh, Manny, you got an error. What is the error that you get? Can you write the error? Type, copy and paste the error here. I want to see what's the error. And by the way, this is just we are preparing our our mind for web development, and we'll be moving to that. So is it fine now, Manny? Like again, did you test that curl is really working for you? Okay, that's wonderful. So see here. Actually, it turns out it sends some headers, and these headers are very important. The first that I want to talk about is called HTTP response codes. Do you see 301? That's a very important code. I would like to talk about that. HTTP, they are called HTTP response codes. Now see here, whenever we access something on internet, we get some response, HTTP response codes. Those response codes tell us that what has happened with our communication. Now, a very popular one. Do you guys remember? Or you should be seeing that. You have seen 404 error, 400, 404, page not found, 404. Actually, the response comes from the server that has this status code, which tells us that what has happened with the communication. If it's an informational response, it's for research purposes. The response code will be from 100 to 199. If successful, 200 is a very important code. Do you guys know 200 is successful code? And I'll tell you successful code. Right now it is not coming as success code. It's coming 301. And I'm trying to dig in what is 301. It says if the error is between 300 to 399, it's a redirection message. Let's open that. Let's see that. It says 301 is moved permanently. The URL of the requested resource has been changed permanently. The new URL is given in the response. Just keep in mind. Open that. Do you see that response is given? Response is given, and here it's a location. It says that actually you are trying to access. So it means Wikipedia used to be was on HTTP before maybe, and now it has moved to HTTPS. Did you guys get what I'm trying to where I'm trying to take you guys? It says that maybe you're trying to find this location. I would agree with it. I would say, okay, I want to access that. Curl -- include HTTPS or www, by the way, wikipedia.org. Okay, now access the web page. I hit that. I get a bit longer response. It says again 301 moved permanently. It says still this HTTPS Wikipedia is not working for you. There is something wrong here. What is wrong? The location might be https www.wikipedia.org. It says that actually you might be looking for a resource that is at www, not direct wikipedia.org. Not only that, There is a lot of response here, response headers. There are lots of headers. I'm interested in this last one. How many of you recognize this is an HTML page? Very simple. You remember this is an HTML page. And since I'm using curl, what is curl? Curl is a command line tool to access internet resources. So I'm using a command line tool. So it has given me this HTML page, right? HTML page. And it says that title will be 3. I hope you guys remember this, this syntax. Title is 301 moved permanently. Body has H1 moved permanently. The document has moved to this location. You are accessing the wrong location. Access this one. Are you guys getting that? Why not? Why not? Let's do a very interesting thing. I copy this from here and I go back to my Visual Studio Code. And in week 1 and 2, I create a new file and I just call it error.html, you know, error.html, and paste it over here and hit save. I just pasted that over here, hit save, and I run it with the server. Are you guys getting that? I just want to run this error.html file. Allow access. Okay. Why it is not accessing that? Interesting. Right up. Let me see that. Why it's not accessing that one. Error.html. I've saved this document. Why is it not running? Anyhow, if it is not running, I'm not that much concerned right now, but let me show you this. Lectures, week 1 and 2. So this is error. Let me just run that. I want to have Google. You see that? This is the file. Again, I don't know why it's that not running, but we'll see that. So it says move permanent. So you guys know that actually this is the response from the server. Are you guys getting that one? And it says that actually the resource that you are trying to find, it has again moved permanently from here as well. It might be at this location. Okay, I admit, I say curl -- include https www.wikipedia.org. Why not? If I access that one, hit enter. You know what has happened? Can anyone tell me what has happened? Actually, it has given me where is the Wikipedia? This Wikipedia page. This is the complete. And how do I know? Let's go back very top. You see, I just curled here, the right one. Where is that? Here. Do you see the first response? 200. And it says OK. Many, are you getting that one? Everyone? 200. It says now you have reached to the right point. Now it's the right website. And then what it does is that in response, it sends me complete Wikipedia page. You know, you should not be surprised to see this is complete Wikipedia page. And again, think about the world where you have to use this one instead of this. This is the same page over here. Are you guys getting that one? I can just, you know, do one more thing. So it's okay. Curl channel next initialize security event. Okay, Ivan is getting the revocation function was unable to check revocation for the second time. Okay, so there might be something unknown error. Oh. Are you sure, Ivan, that you use the same commands that I'm using? Maybe sometimes a misspelling or something. But anyhow, I'll just see that. Let me just finish that one, and I'll just see your problem, Ivan. Right? Let me just finish that one, and I'll talk about that problem. Okay, so you guys understand? So it has just sent me complete Wikipedia page. So I'm accessing Wikipedia page as I am accessing in browser. So this curl is actually for this very purpose, that you can access on the resources. And one more thing I can do is I don't want to have this so big web page. I can only ask for headers. So if I want to ask for headers, I'll say curl -I, capital I, https www.wikipedia.org. Right? So I just get the headers. So you see that it says 200. Okay. Okay, you tried that one. Okay. So let's see even. I'll just see that one. So you guys understand that one till this point of time? I hope you understood this one. And this is this error.html I just added for no reason, but again I've just added that one. But if you see that now we have got this front end in our lectures, we have got error.html, which is for no reason, and this is our notes for today. Did I make myself clear to everyone? I hope everyone understood what we have. So we have discussed just nitty-gritty internet details. I hope something was new for you. I hope you learned something new, and there's a lot remaining. And I would like to just I'll just complete it with, because that's something very, very interesting. This is called query string. If something starts with question mark and something, it is called query string. Let me just complete this one. Query string. What is query string? Extra information with URL. Now, I'd like to show you a very interesting extra information over here. If I open, for example, I open HTML, some topic over here. If I come to my URL and if I write question mark, now I'm telling you a special query string. If I say use skin equal to modern, use skin equal to modern. If I hit enter, do you see that the skin of Wikipedia is changed? Isn't that interesting? I can send some extra information, that URL with like grasp, and it will just act upon that one. I'll give you another example. This is let me first complete it. Use skin, or maybe I want to say I want to edit this one. So I'll say edit action equal to edit. It will say, okay, you want to edit this source, register, you edit and enter that one, and then you can edit this source. Are you guys getting that one? I'll tell you another interesting thing. Google.com. If I say cats, I want to search cats, for example, over here. I say cats. I just written down cats. So do you see that my URL? And I want you to focus on my URL. Do you see my URL is all populated with a lot of things? But if I just show you something interesting, after google.com, there is search question mark q is equal to cats. Do you guys see that one? I'll copy this from here. I open Google again. And I want to have a clean google.com URL. This see here. If I come here and if I put a question mark and if I put something is this one, yes, I think it should work, or q is equal to cats. Just leave the q, like q is equal to cats. If I just write q is equal to cats and hit enter. Do you guys see that? Okay. Interesting. It should. Q is equal to cat, and rather, this is bad because it should search that one for me. Let me just see that. I'm missing something. Cats search question mark. Oh, okay. I was just using the wrong thing. I'll just show you. Q is equal to cats. So I will, after that, I'll just do that. So now let's take it as a normal Google. Google.com. And now see here, if I come here, if I put / search question mark q is equal to cats and hit enter, see that I get the cat searched over here. Yes, exactly, Genial. It's q is for query. And if I just directly write here, dogs, for example, you see I get the dog information. Is that making sense to everyone? I can do anything and I just write that word over here and it would just bring that one. So you can say, for example, anything, there are lots of animals here. Horse, nice one. Right? So that's actually, query string. So what query string does, it's an extra information. And I told you a very interesting example that on Wikipedia, if I just give it use skin equal to modern, if I just write that one, you see that the skin gets changed. And I'll just copy and paste this for you in the notes. Make sense, everyone? This is for the URL, and it's here. since everyone, I'll just repeat that one. It was very generic introduction to web, how web framework works. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the topic for today. What I'll do is that now I'll comment the commit, and I'll say September 11_2 or the final one. I'll just commit this one. And again, I'm just doing it and I'll show it to you because I want to be very sure that everyone gets the notes for today. If you go to my my GitHub repository, you will find everything over there. No need to worry about where I will find the contents for today. You see these notes are all updated over here. You see that error.html is there, which is of no use, but we have got some nice working stuff over here. Yes. So did you guys enjoy the lecture? Like, again, it was very generic and it was very, the overview of some of the technologies. I'll talk about a lot of technologies. And yes, so Jennifer, I hope my speed was good. If you feel at any point of time the speed is not good, let me know. If I'm very fast or very slow, you can just let me know. I'm just stopping recording right now. Thank you very much for your comment. And yes,